Glorified be the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Elohim, the Ancient of Days, the Mighty I Am. Glorified be His only begotten, Mashiach Adonai Yahweh Shai, our Redeemer. And glorified be the Rakakadash, the set-apart Spirit, Kwam Jasharala. Alright, family, led by the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Well, people out here trying to celebrate this bullshit, 4th of July garbage. We're right here, doing the Lord's work, led by the Spirit. We're going to do Exodus chapter 34, and let's get edified. Moshe, which is Moses, makes new tablets. And Yahweh Elohim said to Moses, cut 2 tablets of stone like the first one, and I will write on these tablets the words that were on the first tablet which you broke. So be ready in the morning and come up in the morning to Mount Sinai and present yourself to me. Therefore on the top of the mountain, and no man shall come up with you, and let no man be seen throughout all the mountain. Let neither flocks nor herds feed before the mountain. So he cut 2 tablets of stone like the first one. Then Moses rose early in the morning and went up to Mount Sinai, as Yahweh Elohim had commanded him. And he took in his hand the 2 tablets of stone. Salakia. Alright, I'm going to stop it there real quick. Those 2 stones are Jasharala, the southern kingdom, the darker brothers, and the northern kingdom. Because see, they were broken because we were 1 tablet before, we were 1 nation, and now we're 2, but we're going to be, like I said, like the first one, because, he's going to redeem us, and he's going to reunite the tribe as in the beginning, alright? So, take heed to that, family. Now, Yahweh Elohim descended in the cloud, see the chariot, and stood with him there, and proclaimed the name of Yahweh Elohim. And now Elohim passed before him and proclaimed, Yahweh Elohim, the Elohim Almighty of Israel, merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgressions and sin, by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and the children's children to the 3rd and 4th generation. That's talking about reincarnation, so we are our fathers, man. We are our forefathers. So Moses made haste and bowed his head towards the earth and worshiped. Then he said, if now I have found grace in your sight, O Yahweh my Elohim, let my Lord, I pray, go up among us, even though we are a stiff-necked people, which we are, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us as your inheritance. Yeah, man, that's the brother Moses, man, pleading with the Heavenly Father to like at least, like spare a remnant, man, 1/3, of us, to always have us as his inheritance. And see, let me run it back here. And see, when it says, I'm going to go back to chapter 34, verse 6. And the Lord passed before him and proclaimed, the Lord, and then Yahweh Elohim, that's Yahweh Shai, see? Yahweh Shai was right there, Yahweh Shai passed through to Yahweh, man, and he's our Redeemer now. You know what I mean? Alright. It says the covenant renewed. Salaki family. Covenant renewed. See, just like it's renewed right now. And he said, behold, I make a covenant before all your people. I will do marvels such as have not been done in all the earth. Yeah, like, our redemption, our salvation is going to be, it's going to be a worldwide event, It's going to be like something, the first Exodus is not going to compare to it. That's what we're talking about. Nor in any nation, and all the people amongst whom you are shall see the works of Yahweh your Elohim, for it is an awesome thing that I will do with you. See? The world's going to see us be redeemed, man. They're going to know who the elect are. Observe what I command you this day. Behold, I am driving out from before you the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Basically, Esau and all these other heathen nations, man. You know what I'm saying? And 2/3 of our people too, man, because they're through. Take heed to yourself, lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land. See, yeah, man, if you're out there, cheering for Esau's queendom and celebrating the 4th of you lied, because he lied, where you are going, lest it be a snare in your midst, see? Lest it be a snare, you're going to get smoked, man, and suffer his wrath. But you shall destroy their altars, break their sacred pillars, and cut down their wooden images. Basically come out of, these worldly religions, and forsake all the witchcraft and sorcery and divination that these fucking Edomite devils practice, man. For you shall worship no other God for Yahweh Elohim, whose name is jealous, and it's a jealous Elohim. See, Yahweh, our Elohim, he's jealous, man. He don't put up with that shit. Lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they play the harlot with their gods. Yeah, man. In case you want to be a Christian or a Muslim or Guttarak Jew or whatever worldly religion, and make sacrifices to their gods, and one of them invites you, and you eat of his sacrifices, and you take of his daughters for your sons, and his daughters play the harlot with their gods, and make your sons play the harlot with their gods. See, there you go, man. We're not supposed to be mixing with these fucking filthy ass people, man. So you know what I'm saying. Now there's Israelite foreigners. That's the brothers and sisters. They look like all these other nations. Could be white, Asian, whatever. And they're Israelites because, through their seed of their father, and this truth resonates. That's different, man. But just your average Edomite, man, or your heathen, we're not supposed to mingle with them, man. Or give our sisters and daughters to them, man. You know what I'm saying? You shall make no molding gods for yourself, it says. The feast of unleavened bread you shall keep. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, in the appointed time of the month of Abib. For in that month of Abib you came out from Egypt. All that open the womb are mine, and every male firstborn amongst your livestock, whether ox or sheep. But the firstborn of a donkey you shall redeem with a lamb. Yeah, I mean that's us, man. We're fucking sons of donkeys, man. We're idiots, but we're redeemed by the lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? And if you will not redeem him, then you shall break his neck. Yeah, basically, if you don't want to accept Yahweh Shai, then your neck's going to keep broken and dealt with. All the firstborns of your sons you shall redeem, and none shall appear before me empty-handed. Yeah, man, that means that the hopeful elect will have to, have works. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is nothing. 6 days you shall work, but on the 7th day you shall rest. In plowing time and in the harvest you shall rest. Yeah, man, this is about the time right now. And you shall observe the feast of weeks, of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the feast of inaugurating at the year's end. 3 times in the year all your men shall appear before Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel. For I will cast out the nations before you and enlarge your borders. Neither will any man covet your land when you go up to appear before Yahweh Elohim 3 times in a year. Basically, we're going to get our inheritance back, It says, you shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leaven, nor shall the sacrifice of the feast of the Passover be left until morning. The first of the first fruit of your land you shall bring to the house of Yahweh your Elohim. You shall not boil a young goat in its mother's milk. Basically, the first fruit is the 144. You know what I'm saying? The governing body, hopefully, they're gonna be brought up to to reside with Mashiach Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Be ordained priest. Then Yahweh Elohim said to Moses, write these words, for according to the tenor of these words I have made a covenant with you and with Israel. See, with his children, man. You know what I'm saying? So he was there with Yahweh Elohim 40 days and 40 nights, man. He neither ate bread nor drank water, and he wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments. See, kind of like right now, because the Lord 40 days is like 400 years, man. 440 days, man. And when we neither ate bread nor drank water because we didn't know who we were, man. Until now that we're eating, the food, what I'm saying, a tree of life, man. That we know that that we're Jasharala, we know we're the children of Yahweh, man. Now it says here the shining face of Moses. Now it was so when Moses came down from Mount Sinai, and the 2 tablets of the testimony were in Moses' hand. When he came down from the mountain, then Moses did not know that his skin of his face shone what he talked with him. So when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come near him, man. That was our transfiguration, he was turned into light, man, you know what I'm saying? Then Moses called to them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the congregation, returning to him, and Moses talked with them. Afterwards, all the children of Israel came near, and he gave them as commandments all that Yahweh Elohim had spoken with him on Mount Sinai, the mothership. And when Moses had finished speaking with them, he put on a veil on his face. But whenever Moses went in before Yahweh Elohim to speak with him, he would take the veil off until he came out, and he would come out and speak to the children of Israel whenever he had whatever he had been commanded. And whenever the children of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shone, then Moses would put on the veil of his face again until he went in to speak with him. See, there you go. See, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be transfiguration, going to be turning to light, man. Saying, get rid of the defiled flesh, man, and the desires of the mind and body, man, and be one. You know what I'm saying? Be in the likeness of Elohim, man, through Mashiach Yahweh Shai, man. I hope this was edifying, family, man. This was led by the Spirit. You know, stay the course, man, and shalom.